Very good morning, students. We started to study about the cyclone Nature Fury that is in Odisha that happened in 1999 in October. And second paragraph of that one, page number 26. The cyclone originated as a depression in the Gulf of Thailand near the east of Blair on 25th October 1999 and gradually moved westward direction. And where it started, the cyclone, that depression in the air started in Gulf of Thailand, that it is near to the Port Blair, and date 25th October 1999, and it is moved to northwest side, and it is intensified into the super cyclone and hit in the area between Erasma and Balliguda in Odisha in 29th October at 10:30 am, and it started by 25th and it reached here in Odisha, that is in 29th. After four days it was moving from Thailand area to Indian area, and in that time it was when it started, that time it was a small wind, and it is becoming super cyclone and when it is reached to India. Then the super cyclone swept the entire coast of Odisha, including the cities of Bhubaneswar, Cuttack, and 28 coastal towns. Please underline how many towns it is affected and what is the specialty. Bhubaneswar, that is the capital of Odisha. Then Cuttack, that is another one major city of the Odisha. Then 28 coastal towns also affected. Means it is, we can say like that totally it is disrupted. And about 13 million people were affected. 13 million means 1.3 lakh people they affected. Then we can, a large number of livestock means animals what we having, goat, cow, buffalo, like that. The livestock also were killed because of the super cyclone, and standing crop of paddy, vegetables, fruits were heavily damaged because that we said how much height that waves was, and because the tidal also was there, that's why. And all the crops like paddy, vegetables, fruits, that also lost. And due to the salinization means the becoming salty water caused by the tidal surge, large tracts of the agricultural land have turned infertile. Means for many years we can't use that land for agriculture because it is the salinity or the salty nature of the soil. Large tracts of the soil, teak and bamboo plantations have disappeared because of the salt. These plants, even the big plants also can't be alive. And the mangrove forest between the Paradip, that is the one of the fort, and seaport, that is a very important one because we are using for the iron export and import. Then Konark, that both it is vanished. Then mangrove forest means the forest which trees won't go that much heighted, but it is helping us to what we can say from the ocean attack, it is helping us. And that both the forest area between this area Paradip and Konark, it is vanished. Means that much we got affected with this super cyclone. Why it is given like this example? Because the level of the temperature it is changing, or the climate of that area it is going to change because of that one. Many years the temperature or the air we can see many things here. Wind is there, in cyclone is a wind. Then changes of temperature that we can see, and here we can see that depressed means the air pressure also changing. Means the not only one thing, when one thing is changing little bit and other things also getting affected. Only one more thing we want to study, that is the moisture or rainfall. And here we can see that rainfall also. When we said about the first paragraph, we have seen that one, the for 3 days it was continuously rainfall. Wind coast tidal sweep and the massive destruction, where it was the wind also was there, that is for 260 kilometers, and that is lasted for 3 days. Then we can see the rooftop of the several heavy rain occurred. We can see here in the middle part, heavy rain occurred under the influence of cyclone for 3 days continuously. Means here it is 3 days wind and 3 days rain, and with that the air pressure change and it is becoming the cyclone, and all these things coming together. So if we are getting changes any one thing, that is wind or air pressure, it will affect each other. There is a connection between each other, and the nature of that area or the atmosphere of that area, climate of that area, it will change. It may weather, surely it will change. Climate may change or may not, but we can see that the area where they was using as a agriculture land, that become the infertile, they can't use for agriculture purpose. That was the condition. Then the last part we can see, that is the moisture, the water content, the water content or humidity in the atmosphere we are going to see. When water evaporates from land and different water bodies, it becomes water vapor. When that we know, the rain cycle that we know, water cycle we know, the same thing, the water evaporates from land and different water bodies. It may be from plants or lakes or ocean, and what is happening, that is becoming vapor. And moisture in the air at any time is known as humidity. Please underline, moisture in the air at any time is known as humidity. In summer season it may be less, and in winter season it may high, or in the rainy season it may be highest. When the air is full of water vapor, we call it humid day. Some days we can see like that, a little bit dull days, and that is because of presence of water. And as the air gets warmer, its capacity to hold water vapor increase. When the air is becoming warmer, means in the summer season, what is happening, even though water content is there in the air, but they can hold it more time and increase, so it become more and more humid. So the that's why if those who are living in the coastal area, we can the coastal sides of Odisha, then Andhra Pradesh or Tamil Nadu, Kerala, then Karnataka, Goa, Maharashtra, they are facing much of sweating on that time because of the presence of humidity in the water. And on a humid day, clothes take longer to dry, and sweat from our body does not evaporate easily, make us feel uncomfortable. Please underline that both sentence. In humid day, if there is no enough heat in the air, instead of that we are feeling like that dull day or humid day, our clothes, if we are keeping outside for drying, it will take more time, longer time, as well as our sweating of the body also won't evaporate fastly. And what we are happening, we are becoming uncomfortable. When the water vapor rises, it start cooling. When it is going upside, if in the air, that time it will start to cool. That is the water cycle that we know. The water vapor condense, causing formation of droplets of water, because it is because of this cooling, that water vapor, they will become like water drops. And clouds are just masses of such water droplets. Clouds means what it is, that is the mass of droplets. What type of droplets? Cooled water vapor become the water droplets. When these droplets of water become too heavy to float in the air, then they become then they come down as a precipitation, means as a rain it is coming down. Then this is the cycle of water rain cycle means first the sun or the it is taking the water vapor, and when it is reaching upside it is becoming cooled one, and like this droplets, and together it is becoming the clouds. Then cloud again becoming cooler and cooler, and last we can see it is becoming rain. And jet planes flying in the sky leave a white trail behind them. The moisture from their engine condenses. We seen the trails of this condensed moisture for some time when there is no air movement to disturb. We used to watch that one, the jet after the moving of the jet plane, there will be a track or trail will be there, and it is some area we can see it is for more half an a day or 3 to 4 hours, like that. Why? There is no changes of the air, there is no movement of air, that's why we can see that one for more time, we can see more time. Then precipitation that comes down to the earth in a liquid, it is called rain. What is rain? The droplets become the cloud, and cloud becoming cooler, and the precipitation starts. This precipitation coming to the earth in a form of liquid, that is known as rain. And most of the groundwater consumes from the rainwater. How it is reaching to the groundwater? Wherever we are, the rainwater is falling down slowly, it is reaching to like a sweeper. The mud will take down, and it is reaching to the groundwater. Then plants help preserve water in the root or in that area. Plants also trying to preserve the water, and especially in the hilly area we can see the root of the plants, they are making the like a small check dams, like a small, not a big one, maybe half liter or 1 liter water they are preserving for some time. Slowly it will go down to the groundwater. Then when trees on the hillside are cut, rainwater flow down bare mountain and can cause flood of the low-lying area. What is happening if the trees are not there on the hilltop area, and the water flow will be very fastly, and that's why otherwise if the trees are there, plants are there in the root of the plant or in the leaf, dried leaf of the plants, together they are holding some of the water. But if there is no trees on the hillside, what will happen? That water will come together to downside, and down area it may be becoming like a flood for some times or some days. Okay. Then on the base of the mechanism, there are 3 types of rainfall: conventional rainfall, organic rainfall, and cyclonic rainfall. According to the mechanism, how the rainfall is getting, how the evaporation or precipitation or the rainfall, according all these things together we want to understand, then only these 3 types of rainfall we can understand. So there are 3 types of rainfall. First one, it is the cyclonic rainfall. In cyclonic rainfall, it is coming, the cool air is coming, depressed air is coming from far away area, and that also coming fastly and becoming cool down in particular area, and that is because of the presence of heated air or warm air of that area, and it is started to shed as a rain, that is known as cyclonic rain. The next one is the organic rainfall, that is because of the presence of hill or the relief area, means the hill area, that's why the wind is coming slowly and it can't go above that mountain, it will stuck on the mountain and slowly it will cool down and getting the rainfall, that is known as the organic rainfall. Then conventional rainfall, that is the rainfall happening in the summer season. Suddenly we are getting all on a sudden, without any what we can say, any idea, or without giving any sign, some of the rainfall is falling, rain is falling, that is known as conventional rainfall. That is fastly it is coming, the cool air is coming from some area, and in our area there will be warm air, and slowly it will start to shed as a rain, that is known as the conventional rain. So we studied about three types of rain: cyclonic rainfall, then organic rainfall or relief rainfall, then conventional rainfall. Then last paragraph, rainfall is very important for our survival of plants and animals, and it brings fresh water to the earth's surface. If the rainfall is less, water scarcity and the drought occur. If the water is more, that time we will feel flood. We will feel flood if water is more, and water is less, then we will feel drought. On the other hand, it is if it is more, flood will take place. And if the every year how much rainfall we want to get, means it is not compulsory this month, but minimum rainfall we should get, then only we can live comfortably. And we know last 2 years Chennai was bringing water from some other area by train. That much water scarcity they face there in Chennai. And think about in this corona season also, if you are not getting enough water, drinking water, then people will come out of the house in search of water. Then other forms of precipitations are snow, sleet and hail. We know in our area very less hailstorms we are getting, because like a small ice pieces it is falling down with rain, that is known as hail. And snow, big pieces of snow, it is happening in Himalayan area or European continent, American continent in the time of winter season. Sleet also, that is a little more big pieces of ice it is falling like a rainfall. More normally this sleet and hail, it is coming with rain, little bit water and little bit ice, but snow it is coming like a big ice. But that we can manage. This steel and hail, it is we will get pain when it is falling like a rock. It will be hard, it will be that pieces, and we are facing problem. And here textbook activity: what is atmosphere, which two gases make the bulk of the atmosphere, and which gas creates the greenhouse effect of the atmosphere, and what is weather, name of three types of rainfall, what is air pressure. And we know all the answers. You can write it by your own, and I will send the textbook solutions also. Refer it and write your answers in your CW. Thank you. Have a nice day.